Greetings to everyone. All right. This is confirmation. All right, let's get into it.
Powerful, lovely star seeds, welcome back to another video. I would like to start this video with a quote from Marcus Aurelius. He said, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth." This is one of the quote by Marcus Aurelius that reshaped the way I interact with people and life altogether. It is a waste of time, effort, and emotions to try to convince people of who you are. And this is not the time to convince people to grasp your idea or understand your perspective of things. It is a better time saving and a happier life just to live life according to your own terms and conditions.
I'm putting these up. This is Fantasy TV. This is a conscious channel that I turned my clients onto a while ago, and he is bringing out messages today that I brought out last week, which is just confirmation, and y'all need to hear it.
Time wasted worrying about what people say behind your back will cost you time, which you can never get back. We don't even know our full selves well enough to judge ourselves fairly, so others certainly don't know us even much better. As a result, all opinions which are judgmental are incorrect. Most societies warn against judgments, especially since false judgments have terrible consequences most times. People will talk, they always have something to say, even if you have done your best. And they always will. No matter what you do or say, how you behave, the way you walk or dress, how you act, or the decisions you make, will always be scrutinized by others. It's the nature of the masses at the moment. Like the herd of lions swooping in for the kill, they prey on the weak, the downtrodden, looking for those they can taunt and torment. Most times, we allow other people's opinions to not only hurt us, but oftentimes, to define us even without realizing it. But it doesn't matter what other people think of you. It doesn't matter what other people say about you behind closed doors or even right in front of your face. Their opinions have no basis in defining what you are all about. They are not the truth. They have no purpose other than to hurt or harm you. There is no rhyme or reason beyond making the other person feel superior to you in some way or another. But this is not something new. Other people have always had an opinion. From early on in our lives, we form cliques. As children, we tend to gang up on others in an effort to not only make that person feel bad, but to make ourselves feel better. Just because someone is different from you doesn't make them inferior. No one is better than you no matter what. You are a star seed here to live your unique life with no permission or any form of restriction whatsoever. To explore this dimension, evolve and move to the next dimension as an infinite being. Still, it is hard to not get disheartened when others intentionally say hurtful opinions at you. It is easy to think in your mind that those opinions do not matter, and as well do not define you as an infinite being. But it is harder to put in practice. Considering that we have all been the target of an ill-intentioned opinion at one point or another. Most of us know just how this feels. It is hard to suppress your emotions when people are doing their best just to get you going. Also, it is important to take the high road. It's important to turn the other cheek and look the other way. Not only for your own sanity, but for the simple fact that you should not give others the pleasure of insulting you. You should never allow their negativity to stir you into a fury. It doesn't matter what other people think. Not at all. As long as you're doing the right thing and you're interested in creating value and contributing to the world, you shouldn't care what anyone else thinks or says. Frankly speaking, other people's opinions of you are based on how they think you should be, and they are judging you off of themselves. That's highly arrogant and self-serving. This attitude is not what we need to exhibit as we evolve and transcend to the higher dimension of our soul existence. You should know yourself so well that what other people think of you should be mostly irrelevant. Opinions are not facts. Opinions are not truths, as said by Marcus Aurelius. Opinions are just someone else's assessment of you. Therefore, never take it to heart. Because most times, people tend to express their trauma through the way they speak unkindly to other people, or give others rash judgment. And unless someone has interacted with you in a deeper level, the so-called soul level, and over a period of time, they can say they know you. Even at that, their opinion wouldn't be a true statement. You are not living for other people's approval or acceptance. You are an infinite being who is here to contribute something for the greater well-being of all humanity. Many people will never tell you how good and great you are. All they care about is your flaws and little mistakes you make, so they can have something to use and judge you. Many people will never know you personally. Many people will treat you indifferently as if you don't matter. The only people whose opinion really matters is those who are in your life and have a special place in your heart. Even at that, people's opinion shouldn't matter much to you as a star seed. You cannot become someone you are not just because another person wouldn't accept you as you are. And that is my true message for you, to love and honor who you really are, and stay focused on what truly matters in your life.
This matters because families are splitting right now over opinions, over the fact that spirituality is changing in a lot of people's lives. My tribe and the clique I represent, they're not afraid of their spirituality. And if it means that I don't associate with my blood family members, then that just be it. If it means that I might be letting go of my other half because my other half doesn't respect my beliefs or my sacred space, then that's just what it is. And there are people who I've had some conversations with recently who really needs to hear this video. I'm putting this out here for a reason. I'm not here for no reason. This finish is not long.
Because no matter what you do or where you go, you will be judged. And if you try molding yourself according to society's expectations, you will still be judged at the end of the day. We all experience it in every walk, every sphere, and every aspect of life. Some will consider you fake if you are extremely nice to people. But those same people will call you arrogant if you like to keep to yourself. I can go on and on citing countless examples to drive home the fact that we are constantly subject to judgment and criticism from people around us. It is society's own way of pulling you towards their own zone of mediocrity, if they find you even a bit better or worse than them. And if you start to bother what people think about you, you might spend your whole life trying to meet their expectations. But what will you really get in the end? Because at the end of the day, the relationship you have with yourself is the most important. You have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, does their opinion really matter that much? People will always try to control you, talk about you behind your back and dissect everything you do. That's their problem. You only get one life. This isn't a dress rehearsal. You have to design it and live it the way you want, not be buffeted about by other people's ideas which ultimately really have no bearing on you. Your life, your choices. Run your own race and don't pay attention to what others think. People's opinions does not define who you are, and once you show your personality and characteristics, it also shows that their opinions was a waste. From the moral perspective, it doesn't matter at all how you choose to model your own life. Each person has their own looks, strengths, and quirks which makes them unique. No person's judgment or comments should interfere with who you are, what goals you have, and what is most important to you. Live your life the way you want to. Stop caring so much about the opinions of others. People in life come and go. If you are famous or well-known, you will have lots of unknown people with both positive and negative comments. And remember that you cannot please everyone, but you can be who you want to. It also really depends on how much you think of them, what kind of a person you are and whose opinion it is. If you are in the modeling or acting industry, your looks and expressions matter a lot, and the impression of fans, media, and critics greatly matter for the sake of career. If a close friend or family member gives you genuine feedback over your habits and how you could improve in them, it does matter because they care for you. If you are a person who lives for others or are really self-obsessed, then others' opinions hold importance as well. But be wary, lots of people gossip or pass sassy comments for the sake of it, whose opinions shouldn't influence you at all. But after all, it's your life. Look at the circumstances you have and choose whose opinions you want to consider. Because they are only going to criticize you and judge you at the end of the day. They will find faults in every decision you take in your life, and this will prevent you from moving forward. So, be yourself. Don't think about what people will say. You were born original and you will die original if you want. So do not change yourself for the best of them out there. It is your life, live according to your own terms and conditions, just like Mother Nature. I hope this video was really helpful to you. Subscribe and...
Alright, that video was needed. I had to put that up for someone who's going to see it in a little bit. And this is the one that's going to be for all of you. Where did it go? Where did it go? Hold on. I had tried to, I dropped a DNA activation in chat last week in the Telegram. Well, not many people, I guess, had the chance to listen to it or do it. But this is the message he came out with, and I got chills when I seen it because it confirmed what I had put out last week. And this is about activating your DNA because it's time. I know it's time.
Hello, powerful galactic beings. Welcome back to another video. It is with a great deal of love and respect that we once again speak about the present and increasing energies of light that Gaia and all forms of life upon her are experiencing. Try not to slip into fear, but rather understand that great change is taking place both within and without. Every day more and more individuals awaken and realize that the world that they are so familiar with no longer feels right. As a result, many who have been fully three-dimensional in their thinking are now finding themselves to be no longer in agreement with much of the status quo. Although most are not aware of why they are having these feelings, it represents their first step toward a higher state of consciousness. This 222 portal that opened up has brought intense changes to all of humanity during these last few days. Ascension symptoms have been almost daily, along with massive insights into the workings of one's life. The more in tune with creation one is, the more we will experience these changes.
Be safe.
Along with this has been massive releasing of karma from past trials and tribulations we have all been through. Humanity as a whole needs a tremendous amount of healing to get through the ascension portal and onto the other side of the vortex of light. Healing is occurring on all levels now, through healers and through the creator of life itself. This is such an important aspect moving forward in everyone's life, and will continue to be throughout this year. And this is the information that we all must know right now. Release old energies, heal traumas completely, and start opening yourself up for this incoming cosmic energy. We are now shifting into a new timeline, which is a timeline for upgrade in our consciousness. This is a complete upgrade to our timeline, which shows humanity's consciousness is rising. People will be getting more information through their dreams, and the information coming through now has no limits. We have expanded our consciousness to the level of the dream world to completely merge with it. Timelines have shifted through this 2222 portal. The more we shift into higher timelines, the more the lower timelines will be collapsing, as we are seeing now taking place. The dark is coming to the surface to be healed and cleansed through the divine light of the Creator. All dark must be released before we can fully shift in consciousness. All darkness in this reality and in ourselves. Change is happening on all levels, and it is very easy, even for the very evolved, to automatically revert to thinking that something is wrong when new or unusual physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual experiences happen, whether they are pleasant or unpleasant. Mankind is universally and personally waking up out of the illusions created by false concepts and beliefs, and is experiencing the birth pains of unconditional love, the connectedness of all within the one, regardless of skin color, language, financial status, and education, and so on. For most, this means there must be a time of clearing any remaining dense energy still carried from both the past and present, because the lower frequencies cannot enter into the higher ones. Old concepts and beliefs cannot be taken with you into new and higher frequencies of light. Light vibrations are becoming more intense, which in turn is exposing many third-dimensional beliefs and actions that heretofore have either been hidden from the general public or promoted as the right way. Everyday individuals are beginning to recognize that their belief system is not as correct as they were led to believe. The higher frequencies are assisting those ready to ask questions and open up to the idea of one human family, rather than us versus them. Those who stand to lose money and power from mankind's spiritual awakening are pulling out all the stops in order to keep it from it happening. Never doubt that most of the chaos you see taking place all over the world is being aided, promoted, and fed by those who hope to keep you in bondage to limiting beliefs that keep you under their feet. Power over beliefs, rules, and concepts will simply dissolve when the majority is no longer feeding them energy. The light frequencies now pouring onto Earth are being felt by everyone regardless of their state of awareness, which will often empower someone living completely in the three-dimensional state of consciousness to act out. Because they are not evolved enough to understand what they are experiencing and can only interpret these powerful energies according to their level of consciousness. They express what they feel as anger, violence, rage, drug use, frustration, depression, and even suicide. Some of those causing pain and problems for others are in reality making futile attempts, according to their belief system, to gain the respect and love every soul yearns for. Unconditional love never means allowing others to force their unawakened actions upon others. There is and will be for some time yet a need for law, order, and constraint as long as the world consists of beliefs of duality and separation, because there is no unexpressed consciousness. Systems of constraint based in unconditional love would place those needing constraint in situations where growth and learning is available and where there are opportunities that will help the person understand themselves, their actions, and the consequences of those actions. Some have never experienced unconditional love and do not understand it. Something as simple as incarceration, where prisoners take care of unwanted dogs, is a perfect first step toward opening a door to unconditional love. Most, not all, the world's systems of incarceration at this time are grounded in beliefs of punishment. Living constantly in an atmosphere of fear, anger, frustration, and degradation only strengthens and adds power to whatever negative energy is already being carried in the person's energy field. Systems of punishment and degradation for the smallest of offenses only serves to block the evolution and spiritual growth of both the workers and the inmates, who are meant to learn from their experiences. Unconditional love can never be learned or even understood on the level of punishment, violence, and degradation, even when there is a need for very firm action. If unconditional love is the energy carrying the necessary action, the individual will respond differently than if the energy is self-righteous, fearful, angry, and hate-filled, with only a desire to punish. Unconditional love never means being a doormat or being airy-fairy about actions necessary for those needing separation from others. Rather, it means taking the necessary steps from a higher level of awareness. Not all will or can respond to energies of unconditional love, but that is not the concern of the person responsible for any firm actions. The job of a light worker doing this sort of work is to carry the light into every situation. This is what light work is.
Yep.
This leads to the topic of judgment and criticism. The third-dimensional world at present revolves around these two activities. If something or someone does not live up to perceived concepts of good or bad, they will often be silently and overtly judged and criticized, which allows the person doing the judging to feel righteous and superior. Judgment and criticism are what make simple situations into news stories and color the words and actions of politicians, spiritual gurus, preachers, family, friends, and all holding positions of authority. This is not to say you do not have opinions or ignore negative activities of those around you, but rather you begin to understand them in a new way. Judgment and criticism take place on all levels, physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual, and represent the belief that there is only one correct way for everything from personal appearance, lifestyle, religious beliefs or lack of, politics, family, marriage, and so on, to what color paint is on a wall. Individuals who judge and criticize believe that their way is the only right way, relegating all who do not believe the same to being wrong and in need of correction through whatever means are necessary. When a person spiritually awakens, it becomes very easy to recognize a better path for others, and often a judgment and criticism arise. When this happens, allow the situation to become a signal reminding you that every person has a personal learning contract, a higher self, and guides. This does not mean you will never be guided to assist someone in a practical way or offer them some much-needed guidance. Habits of judgment and criticism begin to fade as one ceases looking to those with seeming power, political, religious, medical, rich and famous, family and so on, for answers and begins to first look within themselves, trusting their intuition. Many continue to believe that just because a person holds a position of authority their concepts must be believed. A consciousness of judgment and criticism often reflects inner insecurity, which then expresses as anger, frustration, and resentment toward those they believe to hold all the power. They resent being told what to do and believe but continue to do it, because they believe they have no choice, not realizing that the awakening sense of resistance they feel is their own self-empowerment trying to break free and manifest. Only you can allow something, some belief system, or some individual to have power over you. Never forget this. Everyone has free will and what each does with it is up to them. As you learn to withdraw power from everyone and everything outside of self, you will begin to feel less and less disempowered by those seeking to control you in any way, be they family, friends, experts, or so-called authorities. Problem:
free will has broken up so-called relationships. I mean, in ways where people really thought they were meant to be together for life. Free will has broken it. Free will elevates over any other thing. This is why I don't practice or believe in working magic or doing rituals for someone to cause someone to fall in love with them. I believe that is a personal disrespect to the universe. Now, you have a lot of spiritual people out here that do that type of work and condone it. I'm not one. I'm not one to do love rituals or love spells for couples to rekindle their love and things like this. The reason being is because I know personal will. When two people will that they want to be together and love each other, that's just what will happen. If it's meant for them to be together, that's just what will be. I don't believe in any outside energies or any outside magic being performed to cause that to be. Because what's meant to be will be. And that's my take on that. But personal will, it outweighs anything that you personally believe in. Twin flames, soulmates. Yes, personal will breaks up soulmates. One of those mates can decide in their mind because they narcissists that no, I'm scared. I don't want to do this. I can't. I don't know. I got trust issues. One day maybe, but not today. And then there it is. That's one couple right there that can't be together because one of them has a fear or a distrust or an issue or whatever it may be to keep them from wanting to be in that energy. And they chose personal will. So what if the other person says, well, no, I love you, nigga, and I ain't letting you get away. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go get me a ritual done. And I'm going to get some of your drawers, and I'm going to take them over here to the root worker, and I'm going to fix it where you don't go nowhere. Well, that shit, y'all, I got to tell you, you get what you bargained for, all right. But it ain't going to be the way you think it's coming. It ain't going to be the way you think it's that you envisioned at all. I've heard so many stories. It's so many different situations that can happen from voodoo. One of the main examples I want to give you, because I have lived it and know it to be true, because my stepmama worked voodoo. So I know all about it. And I watched her leave here, y'all, and I got to tell you, child, I got to tell you, when all that magic get to stacking up on your ass and returning back to you, my Lord, you want to die and can't. That's a real truth in that. It really is. Somebody has to pay for the karma of all that, see. And one thing I can tell you about dark magic workers, they'll tell you this to your face. They're not ashamed to let you know that that's a part of it. Well, I don't know. I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for my walk and my journey. Peace gets, from what I've seen, whenever you interact magic into something, it just gives it that many more ways that it can get out of hand. And when you die, all those spells, y'all, I swear for Lord, those rituals that you did, whatever you did, they drop immediately. I swear to God. That's no lie. I seen it for myself. I seen it for myself. So it don't last like you think. It don't last forever like people be thinking. And half the time, the work that they do, it ends up coming back to haunt them later in life. So let that be a lesson to my new people coming in, because I don't want y'all to get confused in the spirituality. This is one of the main reasons why I do it the way I do it, just like this, in confirmations. I want you to know your infinite soul. And I want you to know there's a lot of people out here in this world who would love to get a hold of your energy, your light, your talents, your gifts. They would love to get a hold of you. They would like to merge with you. They would love to fuck you up. Yes, they would love to have you in a place where entities is walking with you. You hear me? And you can't shake them. Sometimes we get over passionate about things in life, and we call ourselves working magic, and we don't know what the fuck we doing, and we go out there and open up some things that, yeah. This has happened. These are real stories that I'm speaking about right here in real time with real people, real clients that I have, okay? And it's one main reason why I don't give a fuck what nobody think about me at all, because I'm laying it out here and I'm honest. And for a soul that's honest, it's a little bit different for them. They speak from a different place. It's out of real love. I don't want to see people get caught up in no bad place. So I want to lay the rules out here for everybody. If you are a dark magic magician and that's your purpose, salute. I'm going to tell you salute. You know, I got love for you, you know what I'm saying? And I'll holler at you because you and I, we do different work. See, I'm the light. I got to show up and be the light. I have to be the light in the dark room, child. I have to be the light in the dark place. I have to be the light when there is no one. I have to be the light when don't nobody have anything. I have to be the light when things is so messed up that, you know, you really think sometimes to yourself, you get tired. But then at the same time, you wouldn't be anybody else but who you are. And that's what I'm trying to get you to see. Be who you came here to be. Yes, there are rules, there are laws, they're simple, they're not complex. As long as you walk within the balance of that, you gotta do the balance. See, when you're not balanced, it's a little different. You can operate within any right that you want to operate, whether it be from your left or to your right. You have that right. You just gotta be careful about who you allow your energy to mix with and the purposes and intentions you have out here. Okay? Now, I'm saying all this for a reason, because I got new people coming in, and I don't want nobody getting confused and going to somebody or going to something or getting mixed up in anything, and you get something that we have to go and holler at Baba to work out. All right? I want y'all to be very careful this year especially, because this is going to be one of those years where things is going to be, I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be chaotic. But one of the things I can tell you about chaos is if you stand back and just let everybody else freak out, and you come from a place of preparedness and a place of knowing, you know, you operate different. Fear is something that I teach you that's self-made, that you should not have as an infinite soul. Okay? So with that being said, I'm not going to keep covering that. That's a known thing. If you have issues with fear, then we need to heal that. We need to talk about it, get rid of it, and move on. We didn't come here to heal forever. And that's another thing I'm starting to get a little bit aggravated with. I got some people that I've been walking this journey with me for some time. And I'm still hearing you say things like, I don't want to tell him I'm not pregnant, because if he know I'm not pregnant, he ain't going to love me. That tells me right there that the first video I made for you, This first one. Go back. And I asked these people come in because they're individually coming in, that the ones I'm dealing with right now, and they will see this video. So this is why I'm creating it and putting it up. It's to help them. There's some people out here that's really needing help. They don't want to hear about what it is that you got going on. They really need to talk to somebody. And some people out here going through things, and it ain't what you going through. It's real different. It's more complex. It's people out here wanting to kill themselves. I am actually speaking to young people in messages on TikTok who are having thoughts of suicide, wanting to kill themselves. And that's a problem with me. I have a leader, I just posted on this wall. He said someone came to him and told him, but he didn't think that was serious. And that ate him up. That man is in the hospital right now dealing with his own thing. See, people come out here with the best intentions, and they want to give you information. They find out something, and it sparks them, and they want to share. You know, and it's cute for a little while, but then you get into that place where, okay, ain't nothing wrong with sharing information, but am I getting an even exchange? And most times you're not. I showed examples of that in chat where you share a story and it's shared 500 more times than it was actually liked. And it's things like that that shows you that you know, is it an even exchange? Now, of course, this is a social site, so this is just a little petty example. But it's another reason why I'm trying not to overput my energy in any social site, because there's a lot of that going on. And regardless of how Spirit tell people to get off these social sites, y'all still be on them. And if you don't have a business, there's no real reason to be on them. But what you fail to realize is you're being targeted and attacked through those social sites, and you don't even know it. It's stuff being sent to you from the top of the company all the way down. They see your light, whether you know what to do with it or not. And this is why I keep saying the same thing. Come on, let's look at these gifts now. Let's look at your passion. Let's look at what makes you happy, because all of that ties in together. I can't express to you how many people who are in between places don't have jobs right now. They just sold their house. They walked away and they pulled their retirement out the bank, and they're just gonna go and live in the mountain on in tent. I can't express to you how many people are living off the grid, just gone. Don't nobody know where they at. And it's a reason why people are feeling to do that, because there are agendas coming up in place. You look at Texas. They got the worst snowstorm ever. They get that same stinking snowstorm every year, but still act surprised. I can't believe how slow people are. And then we're so spiritually conscious, right? Then how come we never pay attention to the planes flying in the sky, and then the things that happen the next day after the planes are flying in the sky? Or are we even noticing the sky? Why is it that it matters what someone else tells you, what they see in the sky? Why don't you see something? And see, these are questions I have to ask people as conscious people. Because I know I'm not the only one the animals talk to. I know I'm not the only one that homeless people are looking at. I know I'm not the only one that the elders are coming to saying I need to talk. I'm not the only one that these men are saying, hey, I want to kill myself. I'm tired of living. And if I am, why is it? People need help, healing. So I need for y'all to focus on what it is that you know you're here to do. And along your path, along the way, don't turn your nose up to nobody. And please believe, if you see somebody in need and you can't help them, know that Spirit is not mad at you. Just send them love. We're in that place, and it ain't going to do nothing but get deeper and deeper as we progress this year. Now, for those of us that hold the light, yes, we're infinite and we can have what we want whenever we want it. But another part of this test is knowing when to pull together and unite as a people, as a tribe, and be there for one another when you need each other. And that's something we as a people really struggle with, because we've been programmed to not do that. And so it's a bit challenging, but no, regardless of what, unconditional love I do have for myself and for my people. And I'm going to continue to do the work that I came here to do, whether there be a line behind me doing it or not. Because I have to stand accountable for what it is that I've been given. But it won't stop me from pleading with you to allow yourself to become this person that you came here to be. That beacon of light that is inside of you is also outside. People see it. And also know that regardless of what you're going through and how you feel, you know, you may not even be in a place where you really want to deal with other people right now, and that is fine. This is one of the biggest things I can't stress enough. That's okay. If that's where you are and you're focused on you, situation, how you will react. What do you need to survive? How much water do you need to live? I mean, do you know what you need to do, where you need to be, why you are where you are, what led you there? See, these are questions that you need to be able to answer for yourself. I can truly stand here today and say, Spirit led me to where I am right now because I made the decision in my mind that I want something and I'm going to sacrifice everything that I possibly think that I could have for this one thing that I want. That's going to be the thing that I need to help the people. So what I'm saying is this. We all got our walk. We all got our individual journeys. We do. We all got them. But let's embrace them now. Let this be the year of embracing that extra gift, that extra sense. And it's not just one. Not for me, I can speak for me. It's not just one. There's many. And I'm also learning that it's a connection. Inwardly with me and the inner childhood things that I desired when I was a kid. I'm linking them together in my mind and in my soul right now. It's becoming one. And I want that for y'all too. I want you to see your kid dreams come true before your very eyes. That thing that you thought about when you was a kid. That's where we are. Now we're going to finish this little video.
Problems in the world are the result of mankind ignorantly over time surrendering personal power to those who sought to take it for themselves whenever and however they could.
And that's what we are.
In the old and dense energies of the past, individuals often had no real choice. It was submit or die, but this is a new time. As a result of awakening to your personal power as a spiritual being, you are beginning to lose your fears. You are beginning to realize that the bluster and blowing of those seeking to frighten you into obedience and submission is really nothing more than that. Continue to reclaim your personal, authentic power by listening to and trusting your intuition, by never again doubting that you are a spiritual being embodying the fullness of the one that is all there is. And by realizing the illusory nature of everything that would have you believe otherwise. Not all in positions of authority are attempting to take power from others. Many are attempting to serve from a heart level. Use your intuition to discern which is which, especially when you vote. As evolved souls mature and become new world leaders, their higher state of consciousness will express through service to the higher good of all people, not just themselves and friends. New and more evolved world leaders will guide people to access their own power, rather than promoting that only they have the answers and must be obeyed. It is imperative for every serious student of truth to stop seeking answers and solutions outside themselves, looking to people or three-dimensional concepts that are rapidly becoming obsolete and disappearing. This is not to say that you must never seek the advice or help of those more experienced in certain areas, but the first step should always be to go within, ask, and then trust your intuition.
Yes.
When you do this, you will find yourselves being guided to the right person to help you, someone working on levels in alignment with your own energy.
Yes.
Everyone has free will to stay right where they are for as long as they wish or move into higher levels of awareness. Those choosing to stay in the old belief system through fear of change may not be able to survive the higher frequencies of light that evolution is bringing, for will not be in alignment with them. However, you listening to these messages are ready, or you would not even understand these words. You have done the work through lifetimes, and are ready to live it through consciously letting go of accepting at face value everything you see, hear, taste, touch, and smell in the world around you. Much of what is termed news is simply made up or skewed in some way to get a reaction, which in turn promotes the agenda of those who do not have your best interests at.
No lies. Now you think about how many stories going right now. You got Cat Williams. You got Big Head Brother just got killed. There's so much going on, so much distractions going on out here till it ain't funny. It ain't. So you got to be mindful of that.
Part. Consciously acknowledge the divine nature of every person. One easy way to do this is to visualize a diamond in the heart of every person you see or think about. You may become aware of just a tiny pinpoint of light in some, while in others it may be a large body of light. Do not concern yourself with whether you see anything or not, because your job is not to analyze or judge, but is rather to realize the truth about each and every person. The work is to know the truth, to live the truth, and to be the truth, always acknowledging what is, rather than what isn't, regardless how abhorrent appearances may be. This work is not for the faint of heart, powerful, brave ones. Know that you are not them. I hope this video was helpful. See you in the next video. Peace, love, and life.
Peace, brother. I like the way he eloquently puts everything out. And he always seems to be in confirmation. Hey, check this out. Well, what's going on with it? He's in sync with the time.
There is electromagnetic energy in that pyramid between 200.
No Kroger store nearby? No problem. Save $45 total on your first 3 Kroger delivery orders.
I'm on my tablet.
Hello, powerful galactic beings. Welcome back to another video. Every single person possesses a gift of some kind. Some are clear and obvious, whilst others lay dormant within us, just waiting for their chance to shine. These are the spiritual gifts, the ones that make us stand out from the crowd and even seem otherworldly. Whilst these gifts are connected with personal growth, developing them can be a tough pill to swallow. If you want to lead a normal life whilst possessing such a gift, you must learn to manage and take control of it. Unlike other fields of study, spiritual giftedness is often overlooked and ignored. Nevertheless, it is a capacity we all have, and like any field of expertise, some have advanced ability in it. Unfortunately, those who possess such a gift are misunderstood and undervalued. This is especially true for young people. However, having these gifts shows the unlimited capacity of the human spirit to rise above the ordinary. If you possess spiritual gifts, you are determined to connect with your higher self and embrace change, leaving behind negative habits and patterns. You reflect deeply, analyzing your reactions to events like binary maths, and when you're in balance, your inner child accepts it as it should be. Despite this, others' pain affects you deeply, and you can't bear to read about war or suffering in the world without feeling distressed. If you have spiritual gifts, you are bold and tenacious, striving for self-improvement and embracing the mystical nature of your abilities. For you, it's not just mere pixels on a screen, blandly conveying words and pictures. No, it represents far more than that. It signifies individuals in excruciating pain, families being torn asunder, and lives drawing to a close. The depths of agony it invokes in you are intense and harrowing, an experience you'd rather avoid. Being spiritually endowed, you possess a profound aptitude for feeling the emotions and sentiments of others, even if they're miles away. You sense their afflictions empathically, friable to their suffering, and its mere consciousness.
That's another thing that has enhanced for me personally. When it comes to me and my clients, I can truly feel their asses. I don't even have to be nowhere near them. I can feel exactly what's going on. It's weird. It truly has been enhanced.
This causes you distress. People of such spiritual caliber radiate a comforting aura, one that draws others to confide in them and seek counsel when processing their feelings or dealing with their vexations. Your calming influence is so strong that people find solace and ease in your company even if they've just met you. Your aura makes them feel relaxed, as if all the tense tendencies of the world have momentarily dissipated. Animals feel a natural affinity towards you, and humans follow in a similar fashion. However, while animals lack complex emotions, social barriers and complications exist among humans. But your ability to cultivate peace and calmness penetrates through this, making people slow down, regroup, and recollect, even amidst the most turbulent situations. A grounded aura that people seek to find, and to have the good fortune of encountering. However, it's important to remember that being spiritually gifted doesn't grant one immunity from explosions of emotion. Moments of intense passion tremble throughout you, alternately making you feel in control one moment and outrageously angry the next. A bold and innate gift, not for the faint of heart. Being spiritually gifted is a rare and remarkable thing, but it does come with its downsides. One of these is the fact that your emotions might not always be your own, and you might struggle to understand them. Your sensitivity to vibrations around you can be overwhelming at times, but it also means that you can easily connect with other dimensions and realms of consciousness. You move seamlessly between these dimensions, as if they were your backyard. For spiritually gifted people, dreaming is not just an unconscious experience. It is a profound and intimate relationship with the spirit world. Your dreams are vivid, and you often have visions during them. Your premonitions may seem eerie or unsettling, but they are also a gift. You can sense danger before it manifests, and plan your life accordingly. Having a highly active imagination is another hallmark of the spiritually gifted. You can imagine entire worlds and universes of ideas, and it is this capacity that makes you so creative. You are not limited by this world's rules, and can access new realms of possibility with ease. Your intuition is also exceptionally strong. While others might falter at a tough decision or panic under pressure, you always know what to do. You can sense the right choice and trust your gut instincts. In short, being spiritually gifted is not for the faint-hearted, but those who possess this rare gift can accomplish great things. The spiritually gifted possess a remarkable ability to predict and visualize the outcomes of their decisions beyond the realm of rational thinking. They possess a powerful intuition, one that they rely on heavily in their daily lives, enabling them to make decisions with ease. It's no surprise that they exude confidence when faced with a choice. They already know the right answer before being asked. Are you one of those who find themselves feeling energized late at night and waking up between 3 and 4 a.m.? You might have a hidden superpower waiting to be discovered. Our exciting new quiz will help you to unveil your greatest gifts in life. Don't overlook that hour of the day. It's the witching hour. It's the time when the barrier between the spirit world and the tangible world is incredibly thin. You might be lured into thinking that you're up due to a loud noise or a small bladder, but it's better to consider the messages from the spirit world that you could be receiving at that time. Constantly waking up between those unearthly hours could be a sign of a deeper connection with the etheric realm, unlocking magical powers at their strongest. Embrace these powers and tame them through prayer or meditation. Moreover, animals are blessed with senses that are far more potent than humans. They can sense emotions such as anger or kindness through smell. Therefore, if you find yourself unusually drawn to animals, it could hint at a deeper understanding of emotions and the world around us. Embrace this sense of attraction and explore its wonders. So, are you ready to unleash your hidden strength and embark on the journey of a lifetime? Take the quiz and discover your hidden potential today. The spiritually gifted possess a power that is beyond comprehension. They radiate a divine aura that draws animals towards them. While others may struggle to tame a wild beast, these gifted individuals have a peculiar knack with animals, who become docile in their presence. Dogs, for instance, are known to gravitate towards empty corners of a house where spiritual energy lingers. And when they approach the spiritually gifted, they sense a kindred spirit and feel secure in their presence. These gifted beings also have a magnetic pull on people who seek guidance and enlightenment. They attract lost souls who are in need of healing, be it physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual. And even those who are considered crazy by society seek them out, as they are unable to comprehend the enlightenment that they possess. But the spiritually gifted know how to deal with such individuals because they possess a deep connection with all of existence, a connection that transcends self-centered needs and wants. For the spiritually gifted, everyone is a candidate for compassion. They do not judge and criticize those who oppose them, but instead uplift them with their divine spirit. As Martin Luther King, Jr. famously stated, we should not divide people into groups of those who are worthy of care and respect and those who are not. Instead, we should show compassion to all. This is the true essence of spirituality, a deep feeling of compassion, unity, and connection with all of existence. So let your divine aura shine forth, and let the world bask in your spiritual greatness. He adamantly urged his disciples to resist the innate urge to compartmentalize their foes into evil or ignorant caricatures. This action only serves to reinforce stereotypes and perpetuate an us versus them mentality between races, nations, and groups. With his spiritual prowess, he was able to find compassion even for his loudest protesters. Identifying spiritually gifted adults as a piece of cake, for their actions speak volumes about their connection and ability to go beyond. However, spotting spiritually gifted children is a challenging task, as state schools cater little toward the spiritual dimension. It's best to start by looking for telltale signs. Typically, spiritual individuals can heighten their consciousness through techniques such as meditation or blurring the lines between reality and fantasy. They possess a unique wisdom that transcends their years and ask questions about purpose and life's meaning from an early age. In addition, they feel a strong connection to others, themselves, and the world around them. These gifted souls feel in harmony with the universe itself, experiencing a level of transcendence that many cannot fathom. Such connectedness should not be taken lightly, for it empowers them to act on their feelings. Spiritual gifted people are often highly receptive to negative energy around them. They cannot ignore cruelty and injustice, regardless of whether it's local or global. They cannot look away as children are forced to become soldiers or when genocide occurs in Africa. News about troop movements or the misery of refugees reawakens despair within them. These individuals cannot rest while the world suffers. Parents and teachers have a crucial role to play in nurturing the spiritual gifts of children. It is vital to instill in them the awareness that their unique talents can contribute towards strengthening the bond we share with each other. Creating moments of serenity and solitude can help children attain a state of mindfulness, unconstrained by rigid schedules and academic boundaries. Furthermore, offering creative outlets through the arts can allow children to fully immerse themselves in their chosen medium. Sharing stories of resilience amidst adversity and unfairness, alongside establishing an environment conducive to expressing one's beliefs without fear of judgment, can inspire courage and deepen their convictions. Fear, remorse, anxiety, grudges, and self-doubt cannot coexist with spiritual expression. Our true inner strength and unwavering acceptance are revealed when we allow the spiritual dimension of our lives to prosper. Those with spiritual gifts possess the power to heal, transcend, and bestow endless wisdom. Despite our persistent pursuit for certainty and solutions through education, the spiritually gifted remind us to embrace our timeless connection to the living and non-physical world. Spirituality is the quest for unity with a force beyond our own egos, for connecting with our souls, each other, this world of nature and history, literature, and the mystery of being alive on this planet. I hope this video was helpful to you. See you in the next video. Peace, love, and life.
So how many of y'all resonated with what he was saying? What? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. So how many of y'all? Yeah, Crawley, you. All right. Good enough.
What if I told you that a secret body of the U.S. government developed a type of pill?
I need y'all to remember that voice. That's a computer. Another thing I need to share with you guys, there are a lot of computer-generated stories. This is going to be their way of taking over your body and your memories. So you have to be careful and be aware of what you see and what you hear. There's a lot of computer voices that sound exactly the same, and you'll hear them over and over. I've heard these on TikTok. So I'm knowing this is computer. There's a male one and there's a female one. I have heard them do stories from the AI, bringing back pictures of the olden days, showing all kinds of things that existed here in the other worlds. You can find some very useful information with that, but you do have to be careful. They're taking over dead people's accounts too and telling their stories for them.
That activates a...
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
Hello, powerful galactic beings. Welcome back to another video.
Good deal.
The Galactic Federation is a coalition of advanced civilizations from different planets, star systems, and galaxies that share a common goal to promote peace, love, and unity throughout the cosmos.
That's another thing I want to say to you guys. They don't want you to come online. This is the struggle. Your phone don't want you to come online. Your computer, it don't want you to come online. No, it does not. Everything in this materialistic world will seem like it's working against you because something don't want you to come online. And I don't mean getting on the social sites. I'm talking about you. But I digress. Hold on.
This interstellar organization has been around for millions of years and has played a significant role in the evolution of many civilizations. The mission of the Galactic Federation is to assist worlds in their spiritual and technological growth, protect them from negative forces, and help them transition into higher states of consciousness.
That part.
They do this by sending emissaries, or galactic ambassadors, to various planets to share their knowledge and wisdom. One of the core values of the Galactic Federation is non-interference with the free will of other beings. They believe that every civilization has the right to evolve at its own pace without interference from external forces. However, they also recognize that some civilizations may require assistance due to various challenges such as war, environmental degradation, or social unrest. In such cases, the Galactic Federation will intervene to help restore balance and harmony. The ultimate goal of the Galactic Federation is to create a cosmic brotherhood of enlightened beings who work together for the greater good of all. They envision a universe where all beings live in harmony with each other and with nature. This vision aligns with many ancient prophecies that predict a time when humanity will unite with other civilizations in the cosmos to create a new era of peace and prosperity. Black cosmic beings are an integral part of the Galactic Federation. They are highly evolved beings from other dimensions who have chosen to assist the Federation in their mission to promote love and unity throughout the cosmos. These beings are often associated with the dark side of the universe, but in reality, they represent the balance between light and dark. The role of black cosmic beings in the Galactic Federation is multifaceted. They act as teachers, guides, and protectors for developing worlds that are struggling with negative forces such as fear, anger, and hate. They bring a unique perspective to the Federation, one that is based on the understanding that all things in the universe are interconnected and that there is no separation between light and dark.
Yep.
Many people are fearful of black cosmic beings because of their association with darkness and the unknown. However, those who have encountered them report feeling a sense of peace and comfort in their presence. Black cosmic beings radiate a powerful energy that can help us overcome our fears and connect with our higher selves. It's important to note that not all black extraterrestrials are aligned with the Galactic Federation. Some may have their own agenda or may be working with negative forces. Therefore, it's essential to discern the true intentions of any extraterrestrial being before engaging with them. The Galactic Federation has a complex structure that is designed to promote efficiency and cooperation among its members. At the top of the hierarchy is the Council of 12, a group of highly evolved beings who oversee the overall mission and direction of the organization. The Council is responsible for making major decisions that affect the entire Federation, such as initiating contact with developing worlds or intervening in conflicts. Beneath the Council of 12 are various committees and councils that specialize in specific areas such as technology, spirituality, and diplomacy. These groups work together to develop strategies and initiatives that promote the overall mission of the Galactic Federation. Each committee is made up of representatives from different member planets who bring their unique perspectives and expertise to the table. One of the most important committees in the Galactic Federation is the Intergalactic Diplomatic Corps. This group is responsible for maintaining peaceful relations between member planets and other civilizations in the galaxy. They are also responsible for negotiating treaties and agreements that promote cooperation and mutual benefit. Another critical aspect of the Galactic Federation's structure is its network of galactic ambassadors. These beings are chosen from various member planets to act as emissaries for the Federation. They travel to developing worlds to share their knowledge and wisdom and help these civilizations transition into higher states of consciousness. Overall, the structure of the Galactic Federation is designed to promote cooperation, harmony, and mutual benefit among its members. It recognizes that every civilization has unique strengths and weaknesses and works to leverage these differences to create a more enlightened universe. The secret space program is a controversial topic that has been the subject of much speculation and debate in recent years. Some believe that this program is part of a larger conspiracy to keep advanced technologies and ancient knowledge hidden from the public. Others argue that the secret space program is a necessary component of the Galactic Federation's mission to protect developing worlds from negative forces. According to some sources, the secret space program is a joint effort between various governments and private organizations to explore and colonize other planets and star systems. It is said to involve advanced technologies such as anti-gravity propulsion systems, faster-than-light travel, and advanced weapons. Proponents of this theory argue that the Galactic Federation provides guidance and support to those involved. They claim that many of the advanced technologies used in the program were obtained through cooperation with ancient civilizations. Critics of the theory argue that there is no concrete evidence to support these claims and that the secret space program is simply a cover for more nefarious activities such as weaponizing space or engaging in covert military operations. Despite the controversy surrounding the secret space program, it remains an intriguing topic for those interested in exploring the mysteries of the universe. The Cosmic Alliance to Free Mother Earth from Negative Forces is a movement that seeks to protect the planet from various threats such as environmental degradation, social unrest, and negative influences. This alliance is made up of various groups and individuals who share a common goal: to create a more harmonious and sustainable world for future generations. One of the key players in this alliance is the Galactic Federation. They recognize that Earth is a vital component of the cosmos and that protecting it is essential for the evolution of all beings in the universe. They work closely with other groups and individuals to promote awareness of environmental issues, social justice, and spiritual growth. Another important aspect of the Cosmic Alliance is its focus on raising consciousness and promoting unity among all beings. They recognize that many of the problems facing Earth are caused by a lack of understanding and compassion among different groups. Therefore, they work to promote dialogue, education, and community building to create a more enlightened society. There are many ways to get involved in the Cosmic Alliance and support its mission. Individuals can participate in environmental activism, engage in spiritual practices such as meditation or prayer, or work to promote social justice and equality. They can also support organizations that align with the values of the Cosmic Alliance or join local groups that are working towards similar goals. Overall, the Cosmic Alliance to Free Mother Earth from Negative Forces represents a powerful movement towards creating a more harmonious and sustainable world. It recognizes that we are all interconnected and that our actions have a profound impact on each other and the planet. Joining the Galactic Federation is not a straightforward process, as the organization does not actively recruit new members. However, individuals who are interested in supporting the mission of the Federation can do so in various ways. One way to support the Galactic Federation is to work on personal growth and spiritual development. The Federation recognizes that every individual has a unique role to play in the evolution of the universe and that personal growth is an essential component of this process. Therefore, engaging in practices such as meditation, yoga, or energy healing can help individuals align with the values and mission of the Federation. Another way to support the Galactic Federation is to become involved in environmental activism or social justice movements. These causes align with the values of the Federation and are crucial for creating a more harmonious and sustainable world. Individuals can also support organizations that align with the values of the Galactic Federation. Many groups promote similar goals such as environmental protection, spiritual growth, and social justice. By donating time or resources to these organizations, individuals can contribute to the overall mission of the Federation. It's important to note that joining the Galactic Federation is not something that can be done overnight. It requires a deep commitment to personal growth, service, and compassion. However, for those who feel called to this path, it can be a deeply rewarding and fulfilling journey. In conclusion, supporting the mission of the Galactic Federation requires a willingness to explore new perspectives, engage in personal growth, and work towards creating a more harmonious and sustainable world. Whether through spiritual practices, activism, or supporting organizations aligned with their values, individuals can make a meaningful contribution to the evolution of the universe. The existence of the Galactic Federation is a controversial topic that has been met with skepticism and criticism from some quarters. Some critics argue that there is no concrete evidence to support the claims made by proponents of the Federation. Others believe that the idea of an interstellar organization dedicated to promoting peace and unity is too idealistic and unrealistic. Another criticism of the Galactic Federation is that it represents a form of New Age spirituality that is disconnected from reality. Critics argue that the Federation's focus on spiritual growth and personal development ignores the harsh realities of life on Earth, such as poverty and environmental degradation. Some conspiracy theorists believe that the Galactic Federation is part of a larger agenda to control humanity and keep advanced technologies hidden from the public. They argue that the Federation's true intentions are hidden behind a veil of idealism and spiritual rhetoric. Despite these criticisms, many people continue to believe in the mission and values of the Galactic Federation. They see it as a beacon of hope in a world that is increasingly divided and plagued by conflict. For them, the Federation represents a vision of what humanity could become if we work together towards a common goal. Ultimately, whether or not one believes in the existence and activities of the Galactic Federation is a matter of personal belief. However, it's important to approach this topic with an open mind and a willingness to explore new perspectives. The universe is vast and full of mysteries, and there may be more to our reality than we currently understand. In conclusion, the Galactic Federation represents a fascinating and mysterious aspect of the universe that has captured the imagination of many people. Whether one believes in its existence or not, there is no denying that the values and mission of the Federation align with many ancient prophecies and spiritual traditions. The idea of a cosmic brotherhood of enlightened beings working together towards a common goal is a powerful one, and it speaks to our deepest aspirations as human beings. By exploring the mysteries of the universe and embracing new perspectives, we can tap into the infinite potential of our consciousness and work towards creating a more harmonious and sustainable world. Whether through personal growth, environmental activism, or supporting organizations aligned with our values, we can all contribute to the evolution of the universe in our unique way.
Y'all hit the like button.
So let us embrace the mysteries of the cosmos and work towards creating a brighter future for ourselves and future generations. I hope this video was really helpful to you. See you in the...
Good work, brother. Yeah. Now, I appreciate y'all being here. Let me turn it around. My phone is getting ready to die. I'm having to slide it on charge as we speak. But to those of you who came in late, you might want to go back and rewatch it from the beginning, because I put up some very helpful stuff for you guys. There was talks of DNA activations, talking about opinions of others when you're on your spiritual walk, which is huge because a lot of my clients have been having some conversations with me about how they feel about their other halves or their family. This is a time when that's been quite challenging for many of you. Some of you are walking away from your family, and having to put yourself in isolation because y'all are on two different pages. And another thing that I'm noticing, and I know you notice it too, there's a great separation. It's like a big divide, a great divide. And I'm not just talking about since COVID, you know how we was all in the houses when COVID was going on. And when you came out, you immediately knew who was conscious and who wasn't conscious by the way they was dressed. Now, I must say, it's another layer to that shit now. It's like, I can no longer say it's that same divide that it was when COVID first came out. It's a deeper divide now. And it's really felt in energetic wise. I'm just noticing people just can't really keep up. They're falling apart. I'm seeing leaders fall apart. Y'all don't know how mind-blowing it is, man. I mean, I just posted one tonight, man. You don't hear me. I remember the last time I seen him going off. He was invited to go to Japan for something. They gave him an award. And, he got a great big following. His following is bigger than mine. And, some people, they feel like because they see a lot of numbers up there, that those numbers mean something. They don't. They don't mean anything. It's a number. And he was going off. saying that he was asking for some support for something he was trying to do, and he wasn't getting any support. And he was talking about how many followers he got and how he should be able to get that type of support. It's a mind-breaking and mind-bending when you are having to, really plead with someone, and you are in the thousands of a following. It shows you how many people are zombies and are truly here for purpose and truly not. And when it comes to the terms of the leaders who are falling apart, I don't judge them. I mean, everybody got their own thing that they may have to deal with or what have you. But at the same time, it's mind-blowing because it's like, I know my men are always held to different standards. They're having to always be the alpha male, and they can't break down, they can't cry. They always got to be in charge. And I think that's what is really kind of getting me. It's not the sisters that I see breaking down. That's the leaders. That's the problem. It's not. I'm seeing them too. But it's the brothers that's really getting me with the ego and the pride. And it's like, what does it take? How hard is it to say, hey, sister, can I chat with you for a minute? Look, I just need some unbiased advice about something. I don't usually do this. And I would like to know that whatever I'm saying to you, you won't go back and repeat. I just want this to stay between you and I. Feel the energy from that. What do you feel? Do you feel like you could trust that person in that moment? Y'all got to learn to trust your heart space and go there and listen and feel things out with these people, including me. Because when you go there, you'll know that that's a resonance there that calms you, that is exchanged to you. And you need to allow that to be. You're going to need that. There's not a one of you that's not going to need somebody to talk to. As you evolve, as you ascend, as you go through the things that you go through. And yes, I am happy to be there. But it's the brothers that, that's quite challenged right now in being able to just saying, hey, I just need to have that conversation. It's almost like they hide behind other things. And instead of saying what it really is that they really need, they hide behind things, hide behind words, hide behind what it is that they really want to say is not being said outwardly, is hidden. And I'm going to tell you, brothers and sisters, we're at a place where the world is evolving, the animals is evolving, and you must evolve too. One of our problems as a people is being able to communicate with each other in love, And so we got to get back to that. And the best way to do that is to go ahead and start now. And the way we're going to do that is we remove the pride, brothers, kings, royal subjects of the alpha matter. And I need you to put your penises up too, because I keep getting all call these babies and honeys and loves. I'm not your baby, honey, love. Just because I want to be there for you in your time of need and listen to you. We have to honor each other. Honoring each other means putting aside your personal intentions or your personal desires for whatever, and just being in the moment and let that moment be. Let it be free. Don't try to control it. And let love come through there. It'll be beautiful if you just allow the exchange to be. Don't be personable about it. Don't try to hold on to it. Don't try to make it yours. Just go with the flow, and I trust and believe it will be the most beautiful conversation you and I can have. You will get your release. I will watch you get your release. And you can go on about your day and your week and your month. And I promise you, I'm not going to go to sleep tonight thinking about you, because that's not what I'm doing. And we don't need to mix and merge this shit up. We need to stay clear about what it is that we're here to do. Okay? And I'm just putting it out there, Because, pretty girl got to say that sometimes, But see, God made me pretty for a reason. So she will stop and listen. And not only did she make me pretty, but she made my soul beautiful. And when I speak, there's a resonance. You can hear it in my voice. It's not no acting. It's not no fake. It's real. And I'm grateful for that realness, because it's who I am. And I refuse to be anything else. I will never be anything else. I wouldn't give a fuck what's happening. I wouldn't give a fuck with aliens landed right here, right now, behind my goddamn car. You know what I would do? I'd be like, I hope you got room in there. I hope you didn't just come here thinking you was just going to drop down here, sir, and leave me behind. You better have my seat in. I know my seat in there. You come to pick me up, right? I'm telling y'all, I'm ready. I'm ready for all the extras, whatever come. Yeah, let's do this. It's not a game. Now, when it comes to having that assistance from your spiritual team, from the cosmos, yes, I welcome. What you talking about? We need that help. Look at us here. We spread it all apart. Everywhere, all spread it out everywhere. When one of you needs something, I got to go all out the way just to sit down and meditate and fly to you, because I sure can't get there no faster than in meditation. But what I'm grateful for is knowing that we're assisting in all that we're doing. Today was a beautiful day, but in spite of all that has tried to transpire, and in spite of everything that I got going on, and I still never did get those Pampers for my niece. I had to go start a GoFundMe. You know, hey, it is what it is. I ain't mad. They're struggling. But it won't stop me from getting done what I need to get done. I said I'm here to help people. If y'all don't want to help me help people, that's fine. I know you ain't got it. But trust me, I ain't stopping until I get what needed done. And I ain't giving up and I ain't quitting. Somebody got to be there for her. That girl father is dying and she's staying with the man, looking at him every day die. And she don't know what to do to help him. And she got that little bit baby. Ain't Benmo don't need that baby to nothing in the world. We are having conversations of adoption. It's just that serious. So while I'm sitting here telling you about the walk that you may be on and what you need to be focused on in your spiritual journey and your gifts, just believe I got some things going on in my life that I'm truly focused on. And I got a lot of people counting on me. Whether somebody can donate, whether somebody can send me love and understand or not, these people still counting on me, man. They ain't got nobody. And so I'm going to stand and be the light that I can be. And I'm the light to you too as well. And I send you love and peace and thank you for being here. I'm going to read over these comments real quick and then I got to get out of here. But know this year will be unlike any other. Okay? And don't believe everything you hear. They have plans to make it cold. The vortex my ass. Watch them airplanes. The vortex is them fucking airplanes. Now watch what the fuck I say. Watch what I say. You already seen how much they be in the sky now, trying to make it rain. Now look up there. I want you to pay attention. Okay? And then I need you to know what's real. We're living in an illusion. You're powerful. You're limiting your own minds. I was hoping Goddess Neru had a chance to see me here tonight and come so I can invite her up. I'm sending you much love, Eva. I'm so proud of you. Hey, about a month ago, Miss Eva. Huh? I said, yeah, we're just going to take it one day at a time. One day. That's it. One day. One day. One day. And here we are. When you pace yourself out like that, just take that time to focus on you. You get to feeling better. You see, it's a lie. You don't need nobody to feel better. All you need is all of you, child. Focus on, and child, I'm so proud of how you say, y'all, let me tell y'all going to get to know Miss Eva soon in terms of what we do spiritually, because I'm going to have her teaching y'all how to pamp this thing here. She's a specialist at teaching somebody how to pamper stuff. And when I would make a recommendation and she would send me back 5 videos, man, let me tell you, I like the way she takes care of self-healing, taking care of that self-love with herself. I'm proud of her. She pulled it into herself this past month. Y'all need to give her a hand clap because she was going through something. But today, she's feeling much better. She's not like she was a month ago. She's still healing herself in some things. Still got some things she's looking forward to. Still ain't got what she's looking for in terms of that great job she's looking for. But you still doing good, huh, baby? You still got your peace, she herbs. Much love to you. A lot of planes hovering and sitting still. Yes. Yeah. That's that Matrix. Ooh, Lord, you couldn't catch me on the plane for nothing in the world. Do you understand me? This, I will drive first. If I can't get there in the car, baby, if I can't meditate and get there, if I can't come in the Astros, you just won't be seeing me. I ain't getting on nobody's plane. All these folks losing their mind now on the planes. Man, I done heard some of this story with the airlines, and I ain't talking about fear. I don't have no fear. I ain't stupid. No, yeah, I know, right? Yeah. We ain't talking about the airplanes being still, because my mind just ruined. I can only think, well, do the people realize that they're frozen and still when they do that? Are there people sitting in them things, and do they realize it? Are they frozen too? You know, like, I be having a lot of questions about that. Cheers. Planes flying below. Yeah. Y'all been seeing all kind of planes, huh? Getting better each day. Yes, you are. Absolutely. Because you're pouring it into yourself, see? You ain't getting it the way somebody who don't appreciate it. We spend so much time trying to love on somebody when we could just take all of that shit. Ooh, child. I'll never forget the day I realized that. When I realized that I was doing too much for too little. It was easy for me to choose me. When I thought about it, I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna even lie, my life been better. I've been having more time. My head ain't been hurt, ain't been stressed. I could take long baths, you know, as long as I want, 2 hours, do whatever I want to do. Sound like I'm starting to enjoy this shit too, low key. Damn. Because I only want it if it's going to be right, and I only want that for everybody, you know. I think a lot of people need to learn how to be alone for many years before they even open and part their lips to try to say they want to be with somebody, because you just need to learn how to be by yourself. Some people don't know how to do that. And until you know how to be alone, you can't be, I'm going to be honest with you. I see couples do it all the time, where they spend all their lives together from the youth all the way up. That's beautiful. That's cute. And that was awesome for back then. But the time we are in now, with the healing that's needed and the purposes that's out here and the things we got to do, a lot of y'all, we hadn't learned how to be us and merge that in with anything else in a relationship, because we know that we can't allow anybody to overshadow our purpose. And some of us, like myself, I'm not in a relationship because my mate didn't want me to be doing what it is I'm doing here today. So I'm just saying, you know, when I speak to you and say, I choose me and I choose to do the work that I came here to do, it's key. Because I spent the last 5 years single as hell with that choice. And I have no regrets. I was called a stranger because they say I'm so different now. Because I ain't chasing nobody down and begging nobody. In fact, the last thing I said to that person was, you're full of distrust. Therefore, that's why you get distrust. Good day. That's where I'm at with it, y'all. Yeah. This here motherfucker here, I learned my lesson, no. And then, you know, they be trying to trick you. You know, I'm different. I done changed, you know. Yeah, you have. Good. That's so good. I'm so glad you have. You have changed. I'm so glad you have. And then you turn around and see something quite familiar. Same tendencies. No, you ain't changed. You doing the same. You ain't finna trick me. Love and light. I'm gonna see you later. It's a choice. It's a boundary I put in place for me. Do I love them? Yes. Do they love me? Yes. But what I gotta do for me is more important. Choose you today. She Herbs. I love you. Be you. Choose you. Authentically. Much love, y'all. It's the best life to have. It's more powerful than love. Being authentic. It's more powerful than love. Yeah, it's more powerful than love. You heard what the fuck I said. Yeah, being real. They call it being real. Being real is that's dead now. Being real ain't what's up no more. Being authentic. Being true. Living your truth. That's what's happening. That's what's up. All right. I don't know how this phone's still going. But anyway, I'm finna get out of here. I'm hot. This well vortex is here. This well, I got one candle lit and I'm about to, the Kundalini energy is really real up in this thing. I'm finna step outside and give me some air. But I love you guys. I thank you for being here. Those of you that came in late, you do want to go back and watch the early parts of that video. And some keys, some gems in there that's going to make you feel good. Something you need to hear. And you know what else I'm learning about him that's doing it for me? It's that male voice. It's that male alpha voice for me. You know, I like that balance. I like to come in position of balance. Some of y'all need to hear that type of shit in a male alpha voice. You really do. You need to hear. Some of you didn't have a father. I've had one. Didn't think much of it most of my life, but I got one now, and I don't really need a father. I'm just here overlooking him, making sure he's okay and loving on him. But you know what I'm trying to say. Some of us need to hear that masculine energy just standing in power. Thank you, Lord, that man is existed wherever he is. We thank God for that man. Fantastic TV. Salute to you all. I'm out. Till next time. Stay lifted in the good vibrations of good energy. Remember, today is a brand new day of the golden age. Please remember that when you wake up tomorrow, that we're not in any old energy, that we're in a new energy. Leave behind any old energy that doesn't serve you. Make sure to breathe that shit out. I need for you to continue to make time for yourself at night and during the day. I'm going to continue to say the same thing because it will never change. Infinite beings have to love themselves and take better care of themselves. If you're addicted to anything, you need to rid your addictions. If you are fearful of anything, you need to rid your fears. This is the time. If you need assistance in that, I'm here. Until next time, y'all. Choose you. Okay. Peace and love to you all. Crawler salute, gratitude always. Kiss the wife and the family. Tell them I love them. Miss Eva, I love you too. I'm so proud of you, baby. Let me tell you something. Some didn't want you to make it. I didn't want to tell you that. We're just reversing it. That's all. But yeah, some didn't want you to make it. But guess what? We cancel all assignments of the enemy, and we good at it. We cancel the assignment, baby. We sent that shit back to the sender. Ooh, wrapped in love. Take that. You're going to be all right. All right, fam. We out of here. All right, Naive, I'm out of here. You missing me. Y'all go back and rewatch.